It's my birthday. I'm 37. It's important for me to celebrate it, even if it's on 29th of February that doesn't exist this year. It's important for me to let myself know that I exist, because sometimes I feel like non-existing. From my childhood, I learned to measure my worth in terms of achievements, good grades, good behavior at school, then prizes at competitions. I represented my school at biology and languages. I also dreamed to be a great writer one day or a journalist. After I graduated, I thought I would be a professor, perhaps, and a recognized scholar. I also thought about making money, buying a house, and having kids. And now it's been 15 years after I graduated, and I don't have any of this. This apartment we are renting, and we don't know when we will buy a house. We don't know when we will have kids because of the very unstable economic situation in my family. And I don't know if I ever would have a career in academia, since I can't find a job. I even can't find a regular job. So it looks like all these markers of adulthood, as I imagine it in my childhood, as adults should be successful people with houses, money, careers, and kids. All these things are non-existing in my life now. I also feel so small and insignificant, as if non-existing. Lately I had a deep crisis, since I'm a person with PhD and I can't find a job. Yes, you can say I'm living in a foreign country and the jobs that I have, that I'm prepared to do, are rare here, and I'm a specialist in ancient history and Christianity, early Christianity. These jobs are almost non-existing here. It's true, and it looks like not finding a job is not exactly my fault. But this is why I feel so useless and a failure anyway. The fact that I'm a highly sensitive person also contributed to my inability to find a job, because I can't work in overstimulating environments like schools, for instance, where I could theoretically teach religion or Latin, and I felt stuck in the situation without an exit. There is a great chance that I would never find a job in academia, and I thought perhaps I should do another degree, something that is quite common for the UK, for instance, to become a librarian or a project manager. So I have been studying for 15 years, and I wanted to become a scholar, and I still want, and I'm in a way a scholar already, but not employed in academia. And I thought that if I move forward and I will give up scholarship, I should anyway reassess all these 15 years of my studies. What to do with all these years? From the perspective of productivity, from the perspective of this money and achievement-driven world, all these 15 years were unproductive, highly unproductive. At a certain moment, I asked myself, did I enjoy learning all these 15 years? Did I enjoy learning history, reading all these ancient sources, learning all these strange languages like Coptic, Syriac, Greek? Did I enjoy visits to the library to see some manuscripts? Did I enjoy all this process of research, academic writing, all these things that actually filled my life for 15 years? Yes, I did. I did enjoy them, even though I was poor, famished student. I had a lot of anxiety about money, about my future, but at a certain level I was happy and I enjoyed it so much, all this process of learning, all this being in this a certain intellectual paradise. I really enjoyed it. And another thing that I also I enjoyed being authentic, because all these studies, they are so about me, they are about myself, my authenticity. And I unfortunately, oh, sorry, light came out. And I unfortunately can't really do the job that I don't like and I don't really fit in. And I decided to see my life as a process more than a series of achievements that should lead you somewhere in a certain glorious future. So I decided to see my life as a process of being and learning. And then it all makes sense. All these 15 years make sense. It's experiencing things. It's not about achieving anything. It's not about making money to buy a house, but it's about living life. And if you take it from this perspective, even though all these 15 years from the perspective of materialistic world may be something like a failure really, but if you take it from the perspective of this living and learning, they were fruitful, they were enjoyable years of my life, and I decided I will cherish them on their own as they are. This is what I learned. My life is precious on its own, no matter I achieved something or not. There are so many beautiful things that I encountered while learning and moving countries. And my life is a little beautiful, precious stone that I will cherish on its own right.